people there, this is TheRubyRevolution. Welcome back to my channel, and it's finally here. It is finally here after months of speculation, months of praying to the snail, months of selling myself to the Gaijin gods. The English Electric Lightning is finally coming to War Thunder, and I'm so excited right now. I'm tear-bearing just so hard. It's such a gorgeous aircraft, and I cannot believe that in this patch we are finally getting the English Electric Lightning. The version that we're getting is the F6 variant. It's one of the later variants which is capable above Mach 2. It's going to have insane acceleration, insane climb rate. The firepower is going to be a little bit lackluster, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. Now, with the dev blog, with this, they're talking about the English Electric Lightning. Oh, it's such a gorgeous aircraft. Initially, it says here, highly capable British aircraft of the late 1950s, designed to reach speeds of Mach 2. Pros of the aircraft, according to what guidance says anyway, top speed of Mach 2, impressive acceleration, and excellent flight characteristics, relatively low ammo count, and limited weapon selection. And that is going to be my biggest gripes with this aircraft. Is this aircraft going to be actually dead on arrival? Is it actually going to knock the MiG-21 off the top spot? And I think for the most part, it's actually not. I think the MiG-21 is actually going to keep the main crown as the best jet probably in the game, along with the British Phantom, debatably, purely because it carries 4 R-60 missiles, which are definitely more capable when it comes to kill potential, more kill potential, whereas the English Electric Lightning only has 2 missiles, and these missiles as well, I'm not really sure how they're going to work, because initially they can carry Fire Street missiles. 2 of these Fire Street missiles, they're the same ones that are used on the Javelin, and they're not exactly the best missiles. It can also upgrade these to Red Top missiles, which are going to be a new addition into the game with this patch, so we don't know how they're going to work right now, but I think for the most part they're going to work very similar to how the Sidewinders work, so I don't think they're going to be as good as the R-60 missiles are. It also has the 2 Aiding cannons, which are typical of a top tier British aircraft. However, again, it's only got 120 rounds per gun, and it's only got 2 of these, so you have to have very good gun discipline when it comes to firing the English Electric Lightning's guns off. What this aircraft is going to be amazing at, though, is acceleration, climb rate, roll rate, turn rate, and it's just going to have insane flight performance. So hopefully you'll be able to outperform the enemy aircraft, use the top speed and acceleration on this aircraft to be able to get away from enemies that you're facing. Moving on a little bit further in the dev blog, they then start talking about the flight performance with the aircraft. It's going to have 2 Avron 302 turbojet engines. This is very important because these are the later variants of the Avron turbojet engine. These are the ones that are capable of going above a Mach 2 with the better acceleration. Sometimes this jet was fitted with the Avon 200 series. This is going to have better flight performance and acceleration because of that. In the next paragraph, then talk about the thrust of the jet, saying it's generating a staggering 32.8 kilonewtons of thrust with the afterburner engaged. I'm not sure with this sentence whether it means per engine or with both engines, the afterburner going overall. Either way, this jet is going to have amazing acceleration. It's going to have such an incredible climb rate. It's going to have such a good flight performance. The Lightning can then reach a top speed of Mach 2.1, which is 2,505 kilometers an hour at an altitude of 39,300 feet, 12,000 meters, making it one of the fastest machines in War Thunder. It's definitely going to be one of the fastest jets in game. However, I think at high altitude, the Phantom is probably going to win out in terms of the top speed overall, but at mid to lowish altitude with the acceleration, the English Electric Lightning is definitely going to be up there as one of the fastest aircraft in the game, and it's definitely going to be extremely quick and very hard to catch. It all depends, I think, as well, if how quick this aircraft can go on the deck. If it can beat a MiG-21 on the deck in terms of its top speed without ripping the wings off, this aircraft is going to be very quick, very capable, because you'll be able to just outrun the competition and be able to get away from enemies which are chasing after it. Which then means you'll be able to turn around, use its climb rate, get some altitude back in, and come back in, and then be able to fire the missiles and the guns off at the enemy targets of opportunities. And speaking of the guns, it then goes to talk about armament, with this being the 2 30mm Aiding cannons with 120 rounds per gun. This is definitely lower armor count compared to what we're used to in terms of top tier British aircraft. Normally with the Aidens, I think the lowest is on the Swift was 320 rounds, and that's pretty low. But still, the Aidens are absolutely fantastic 30 mils. I do think they're going to be capable of getting maybe 1 or 2 kills with this if your gun discipline is good enough. Then lastly, with the last paragraph, I then talk about the missile armament on this jet. These ones here are the red top of missiles, which are going to be the new missile addition into the game. Like I said, I think they'll perform pretty similar to how the Sidewinders work in terms of performance, and I don't think they're going to be as good and maneuverable as the R60s are, but there might be, because the little bit of research I've done into these missiles makes them seem like they're quite capable in terms of locking on to enemy aircraft from all aspects as well. Sometimes it's actually said here, if the enemy aircraft is actually supersonic, these jets can lock on from all aspects. So that'll be quite interesting to see if you can actually do that with these red top missiles. It also has the fire streaks, with these ones here, I believe. Yeah, these are the ones which are on the Javelin. These ones are not particularly good. They don't have the best in terms of flight performance, and also I believe have to also physically hit the target. They don't have a proximity fuse either, so these aren't going to be the best air-to-air missiles in the game for the English Electric Lightning. It also has 2 of these missiles, which is a little bit of a shame. Definitely lower in terms of armament carried compared to some of the other top tier jets. Incidentally, some of the variants of the English Lightning could actually carry additional gun pods with 30mm cannons on, but unfortunately the F6 doesn't have this. It didn't ever carry this in terms of the research I've done with the Lightning, which is a little bit of a shame. Maybe it turns it into a little bit more of a gunship rather than using the missiles, but this F6 version is definitely the definitive version of the English Electric Lightning, and she's such a gorgeous aircraft. I cannot believe still that this is finally coming into the game. But anyway, just a little bit of a dev blog talk about the English Electric Lightning. I don't normally do this, but I just had to do it with this aircraft because I'm just so excited for it to be in the game, and I can't wait for the dev server to be open and be able to check out some of the tanks and aircraft which are coming in this patch. So far, with the devlogs that are coming out, some of them have been absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to the Swedish tech tree, and it's a little bit of a shame that supposedly the Mirage is not coming this patch now. Supposedly they're having problems with the flight model and it's not coming this patch, which is a little bit of a shame. Would have been nice if the English Electric Lightning had a French competitor to go with it at the same time, but there we go. That's the look at English Electric Lightning, and I cannot wait for her to be in the game. She's going to be absolutely fantastic. But until then, please like, comment, share, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one sometime soon. Bye!